Vato.
The A-50 is a strategic airborne early warning and control aircraft based on the IL-76 airframe. The centerpiece of the A-50U variant is the Hmemmem or Deadliest mission system, including the Hmemmem radar. Working in S-band, the latter features two antennas inside a dome with a 36-foot diameter mounted atop two pylons above the rear fuselage. The dome rotates at a rate of 6 revolutions per minute. The Hmemmem radar works in a quasi-constant search mode for tracking aerial targets out to 600 kilometers, and in a pulse mode to track surface targets out to a range of around 300 kilometers. A combination of these two modes is possible too. For processing, the A-50U carries digital computers, instead of the analog systems that supported the earlier E-821 Hmemmem/Deadliest. Data displays on LCD screens instead of the earlier CRTs. In contrast to the original variant, the A-50U also boasts rest compartments including a galley and a toilet for its crew of around 15. 2 pilots, a navigator, an onboard engineer and a communications specialist operate the aircraft. The other 10 include a commander, 3 tracking operators, 3 guidance navigators and 3 engineers, all of whom operate the mission equipment. The deployment of the VKS A-50U to Syria makes sense in the light of multiple developments in Syria in the spring of 2017. The Russians have increased the number of their combat aircraft in Syria to more than 40, primarily in reaction to insurgent offensives in eastern Damascus and northern Hama. Although Moscow has announced de-escalation zones in most of northwestern and southwestern Syria, fierce fighting continues in northern Hama. And there are rumors that the Russians, in cooperation with the Syrian regime and Iran, are planning a big offensive in the direction of Deir ez-Zor, which has been under Islamic State siege since 2014. Furthermore, the A-50U deployment could be part of the Russian response to the US attack that demolished Shireh Air Base in Syria on April 7, 2017. The Americans launched cruise missiles in retaliation for the regime using chemical weapons against Khanjikhan on April 4. The Americans' 59 Tomahawk missile passed within 70 kilometers of Hmemmem Air Base without the Russian S-400 air defense system at the base being able to engage them. The A-50U could improve early warning against future attacks. Finally, the deployment of the VKS A-50U reflects Russia's threats to close large parts of Syrian airspace to US and allied aircraft, a threat the Pentagon quickly dismissed. Since then, the Russian and US militaries have reached a new agreement about mutual deconfliction in the skies over Syria.